everyone, today I will describe this figure showing US drug overdose deaths from 1999 to 2021. First, let me briefly explain the axis. The x-axis represents time from 1999 to 2021 and the y-axis shows the number of deaths. There are 5 categories in the legend: prescription opioids, heroin, fentanyl, cocaine, and methamphetamine. Each line represents a different drug type. Now, looking at the overall trend, overdose deaths have generally increased over time. However, the most noticeable change is in fentanyl. Before 2013, fentanyl-related deaths were relatively low and stable, but after 2015, the numbers increased sharply. By 2021, fentanyl became the leading cause of overdose deaths. This suggests that fentanyl is main driver of recent increases. At this point, I would like to ask you a question. Which drug shows the most dramatic increase in this graph? Now, compared to fentanyl, other drugs show different patterns. Prescription opioids increased until around 2012 and then remained relatively stable. Heroin increased until about 2017, followed by a slight decline. On the other hand, cocaine and methamphetamine remained low for many years but began to rise again after 2015. So here is another question. Why do you think fentanyl deaths increased so rapidly after 2015? These differences indicate that each drug follows its own trend, and the overdose crisis is influenced by multiple substances rather than a single factor. These findings are in line with previous research highlighting the impact of synthetic opioids. However, there is also a limitation. This figure does not explain the underlying causes, such as social or economic factors. In conclusion, overdose deaths have increased significantly over time, mainly due to fentanyl. Finally, I would like to ask one last question. Why is it important to analyze trends like these? Thank you.